Stop scrolling. You think you know chaos. You think you know a power struggle. Season 1 was a warm-up. Season 2. This is where the game turns into an all-out bloodbath. This is where you learn that when you play the Game of Thrones, you win, or you die. And for a lot of people, the dice are just hitting the table. Welcome to the ultimate, crispiest, Game of Thrones Season 2 explained. We're talking King's Landing intrigue, Northern Rebellion, dragons rising, and monsters way beyond the wall. All in the next few minutes. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into a world where 5 kings are tearing the realm apart. The Iron Throne is occupied by the absolute worst king in Westeros history, Joffrey Baratheon. But thank the 7, someone competent is finally running the show. Enter Tyrion Lannister, the imp, now acting hand of the king. He's surrounded by vipers, especially his sister, the Queen Regent Cersei, but Tyrion is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. He's cutting off heads, maneuvering spies, and stockpiling a terrifying secret weapon just to survive the inevitable invasion. King's Landing is a powder keg, and Tyrion is trying to manage the fuse while dodging wine goblets and psychotic teenage kings. Can the most clever man in Westeros outwit his own family? And who is the new threat emerging from the sea, fueled by fire and shadow? Forget Joffrey. The real war is a royal civil war. Robert Baratheon's death shattered the kingdom into 5 pieces, 3 of them Baratheon brothers are their claims. First, Robb Stark, the king in the north. He's winning every battle, routing the Lannisters, and proving he's a strategic genius. But war isn't just about battles, it's about politics and promises. His mother, Catelyn, tries to negotiate a peace, but Robb is about to make a series of decisions that could cost him everything. Remember this, Northern independence is his price. Can he hold on to his honor and his crown? Next, meet the other claimants, the pragmatic, ruthless Stannis Baratheon and his charismatic, massively popular younger brother, Renly. These two are on a collision course. Stannis has a secret weapon of his own, a powerful, mysterious red priestess named Melisandre, whose magic is terrifyingly real. We're talking shadow assassins and dark omens. This conflict won't be settled by armies alone, it's a fight between family and divine fire. One brother will fall in the most shocking, supernatural murder of the season. The fallout from this single death will change the entire war. While the grown-ups play their deadly game, the Stark kids are navigating sheer survival. Arya Stark is disguised as a boy, a refugee on the run, only to be captured and forced to serve at the terrifying Lannister fortress of Harrenhal. But even in chains, Arya's story takes a wild turn. She encounters the highly skilled, incredibly strange assassin Jaqen H'ghar, who offers her a debt of 3 lives. This arc is a masterclass in stealth, silent revenge, and a glimpse into a very dangerous future for the young wolf. Meanwhile, back in the north, Robb's childhood friend, Theon Greyjoy, is sent on a mission to his ancestral home, the Iron Islands. But Theon has been a Stark hostage for 10 years, and his real father wants him to prove his loyalty the Ironborn way, by fire and by blood. Theon must choose between his Stark family and his Greyjoy bloodline, a choice that leads to an unthinkable act of betrayal in the north. Winterfell, the heart of House Stark, is left vulnerable, and Theon is about to become a pariah. Theon's decision will have the most tragic and permanent consequences for the Stark family this season. We promise, you will hate him. And just when you thought things couldn't get more complex, we venture into the supernatural. Jon Snow is deep beyond the wall with the Night's Watch, facing the harsh truth. The Wildlings are organizing under the legendary king beyond the wall, Mance Rayder. Worse, the ultimate enemy, the terrifying, cold, silence of the White Walkers, is actively moving. Jon is captured, forced to infiltrate, and introduced to Ygritte, a cynical, feisty Wildling who will challenge everything he believes. Jon's loyalty will be tested by the call of duty and the pull of something else entirely. Across the narrow sea, Daenerys Targaryen and her tiny Khalasar have stumbled into the exotic, walled city of Qarth. She has her 3 newborn dragons, but little else. Dany needs an army, a fleet, and gold. Qarth offers hospitality, but beneath the surface, ancient powers are at work. Dany will face betrayal, an unthinkable loss, and must literally walk into a house of illusions and sorcery to reclaim what is hers. The dragons are growing, and the White Walkers are coming. The magic in this world is waking up, and it's looking hungry. Season 2 is all building up to the legendary Battle of the Blackwater. It's Tyrion versus Stannis, Lannister gold versus Baratheon fire, and the fate of King's Landing hanging in the balance. It's a spectacular, explosive, must-watch hour of television that will leave you breathless. But the final moments. We're talking absolute, kingdom-shaking cliffhangers. The most feared army in the world is marching. A king beyond the wall is finally revealed. And a character you thought was safe is staring down the face of death. That's Season 2. War, betrayal, magic, and more backstabbing than a Roman Senate meeting. If this recap got you even half as excited as you should be, smash that like button, subscribe MMU Reviews so you don't miss our Season 3 breakdown, and drop a comment below. who had the most devastating betrayal in Season 2.